in big breaking news from Super Tuesday, we have now learned this morning Nikki Haley has officially suspended her presidential campaign.
That's according to the Associated Press. This now leaves Donald Trump as the last remaining major candidate for the 2024 Republican nomination. We'll have more details on what that means as our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rashad Hudson will be joining us live later in the show.
Now let's come a little closer to home and talk about what's going on in our area. Harris County Democratic primaries. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. We start with the upset in the district attorney's race first.
Yeah, Sean Teare has defeated incumbent Kim Ogg. And of course, there was much to celebrate last night at his watch party. Before taking the podium, Teare entered the room to a lot of cheering and hugs.
And over in Kim Ogg's camp, there was also plenty of hugs, but they were not celebratory ones. After 2 terms as Harris County's DA, there won't be a 3rd term for the native Houstonian, who has been an attorney for 35 years. Here are the vote totals that you're about to see, and when it comes to this race, was it even actually close? We'll look at that right now when those vote totals for the Democratic primary for, of course, Harris County District Judge. We've got some vote totals right now, so let's go ahead and head on over to those vote totals when it comes to Sean Teare. He is the winner with 75% of those who voted against Kim Ogg, now as the Democratic primary winner for Harris County District Attorney.
Now let's go ahead and take a look at the Republican primary numbers. And this one, yeah, there's not much guessing who is going to be taking that ballot spot. Dan Simmons, he was unopposed for the Harris County District Attorney race.
So he'll take on, of course, Teare, of course, in November. Meanwhile, Harris County Sheriff's Democratic primary, Ed Gonzalez, 67%, of course, that he has won in this one with all votes tabulated. So he will be the Democratic representative come November for Harris County Sheriff.
Now, as for the Republican primary, we do know Mike Knox is walking away with the victory, with 100% of the precincts already reported.
Now moving on to our next race, another big one. U.S. Senate Democratic primary, Colin Allred, 59% of the votes, he received those, so he is the projected winner in this case, with still about 7% being tabulated, but he will be, of course, running for the office of U.S. Senate come November.
And who is he running against? Well, there it is, Ted Cruz. He came in with 88% of the vote. He is walking away with this, and he will be facing against Allred come November.
And another big race to tell you about, the U.S. House District 7 race. The Democratic primary winner in this one, at least for the Democratic side, is Lizzie Fletcher. She had 73% of the votes, projected to win, even though there's only 88% of the votes tabulated. But at this point, her second place person is not going to be able to get enough numbers to defeat her in this one.
Now, who she will be facing off come November, well, that still hasn't been called. But right now ahead is Kenneth Amari. Trailing behind him is Caroline Kane, but they are double-digit vote totals apart from each other for the Texas Republican primary for the U.S. House seat District 7.
All right, and another big race we want to tell you about involves Sheila Jackson Lee.
In the U.S. Rep race for District 18, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee fended off a formidable challenger from former Houston City Council member Amanda Edwards. You recall this past December, she was in a runoff election for Houston mayor. That's Jackson Lee that we're talking about. And 2 days after losing to John Whitmire, she announced she would seek her 16th term in Congress. Now, here are a look at how those votes stacked up.
You're about to look at it right now. She received 60% of the votes for this primary seat against Amanda Edwards, who had 37%, and Robert Slater had 3%. So once again, Sheila Jackson Lee will be the Democratic representative come November for the race.
And who will she be facing off? Well, we don't know that yet. With 86% of the precincts reporting, Lana Setazone, she's got 54% of the vote, but she isn't ahead too much against her challenger, Aaron Hermes. He's got 46% of the vote.
All right, and turning this next one right here, State Senate District 15, Jarvis Johnson was, of course, leading in the Democratic primary, but again, we cannot call this. It's still too close to call with only 83% of the votes tabulated. The second person behind Jarvis is Molly Cook, so we'll have to wait until the very end to see who will be the Democratic representative or a possibility of a runoff in this one.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about this next race. This is Texas Senate District 15, and Yeah, this one easy to call. Joseph Tran walking away with the victory on this one with 100% of the precincts reporting, and he ran unopposed.
Okay, and we've got another one to talk about, a big one. This is in Montgomery County. Now, there was no one on the Republican primary running, so in the in the Democratic primary running, but in the Republican primary, Rand Henderson has 50%, while Wesley Doolittle has 46%. Now, 100% of the votes are tabulated, which means because no one had more than 50%, there will be a runoff for the Montgomery County Sheriff position in this race, which means come, of course, May the 20th, Rand Henderson, who was first sworn in as sheriff in 2017 and also served the residents of Montgomery County since 1994. This is Henderson we're talking about. He's a native Texan and lifelong public servant. Meanwhile, Wesley Doolittle, who spent 22 years with the Texas Department of Public Safety and a former Texas Ranger and retired in 2022, they are going to be in a runoff come May 20th for the position of Montgomery County Sheriff. Of course, we're going to keep you posted on all of this and so much more too, right?
Yeah, you can head on over to our website, CW39.com.